Hello, I hope you're well. My name is Jordan Wilson and I own a company called Stigma Clothing. And Stigma Clothing is proudly partnering with Mindsight to flip the focus on mental health. And mental health is important to Stigma because Stigma Clothing was created because of mental health. Because today there's still a stigma that exists around people having mental health issues. People still look at people who have illnesses and disorders differently than you would to your friend who doesn't. And that's just not right, especially in the world that we live in today. So that is why it's so important to us, and that is why the clothing brand exists, because we are trying to stomp that out. And awareness weeks are great for, raising the profile and grabbing media attention, but to be honest with you, we don't think they're enough. And every Monday 52 different businesses who care about making a positive change will tell a story or share an insight about how they look after themselves and the staff, and making a positive conversation the normal way to start every week this year. And then they'll pass the baton on to the next business. My story is I have bipolar disorder, and I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder around 4 years ago. Up until being diagnosed with bipolar disorder, my life was a very, very confusing life. It just didn't make sense to me. My whole life, why was I like this and why was I like that, and why was I up here and why was I down there, and my head was just full of this information that I just couldn't understand. And ever since I got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, I feel like I've been a different person, and I've always tried to learn about what it is that I have and how I can use it to my advantage, and how I can recognise triggers and signs that I may not be going around the right path. But my top tips for anybody who is struggling is allow yourself to feel however you want and know that that's okay. And ultimately, when your time is right, you can move forward with whatever it is that you want to do in life. But allow yourself, because your emotions are more valid than you'll ever believe. So that's really my top tip for anybody who's struggling. And you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. If like anything else in life, you can jump in my inbox, because I care way too much for anybody who is suffering on their own. And believe me, I know a lot of people say that, but the truth is I do. I care way too much. So, us at Stigma Clothing, we would like to pass the baton on to flip the focus on mental health. Cheers.